Let's do it. You ready?
Yo.
Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 100.
100.
We made it, my guy.
Hey.
We made it.
Hey, I feel like, I showed up at the end. You came the team. I showed up,
They didn't do much on the group project. Still got an A?
I did, still got the A.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. I appreciate you being here, man. Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 100. I'm Michael Flix.
And as always, your auntie's favorite nephew, Redd.
Appreciate you being here, my guy. We back for episode 100, man. It feels good to finally be at 100, man. I feel like I've been talking about it for like a year. To finally be here, it feels great, man. It feels great.
I really did.
Feels great.
Project. I really just showed. I took pictures for a couple episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of there.
You was gang. Yeah, for sure. To that point, actually, I felt bad waking up Saturday morning. I was like, I should have had you speak when they made me say something at the toast. I was like, I should have had you say something.
No, it was cool. Everybody was just on. It's all good.
I was like, it ain't just my show. I should have had you say something. I felt bad about that.
It's cool. Some people there were just they were just rushing it, but it was all good.
Yeah.
Honestly, we can say it now.
Mm-hmm.
I think timing is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think I've only done, three episodes already?
I think this might be the fourth.
Third or fourth. But I think timing is just everything. I think things happen for a reason. And honestly, like I said, I like where we're going with things. I'm really glad that you're open to my ideas, because I think that's what makes anything work. Because for me personally, in this entertainment, we always talk about the entertainment world. It's kind of been I've been in weird situations where I've tried working with people and giving them ideas, and they've always looked at it like he's trying to take mine and make it his, and it's like, no, I like what you got. Appreciate you bringing me on, and let's take it. Like I said, I want to take it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And that's in anything, really. And like I said, working with you with this podcast, it's like when I do photography, the ideas just flow. I'm glad that we can pitch off each other and hey, I got this and I got this. So I'm excited for the next however many episodes we do.
Hell yeah. We ain't no stopping. We really finna turn it up.
No.
I'm really happy, but I've said one of the questions when we did, I think it was episode 98 when we answered the questions. I'm proud of the consistency.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of the consistency, man. I was thinking about that on the way here. I wanted to ask you, can you name something that you know for sure that you've done? Not like brushing your teeth, because we've all done that a million times. But outside of stuff like that, can you think of something that you've done 100 times? Because for me, like I said, other than like my beard and brushing my hair and the stuff I do to take care of myself, we all do that a million times. But outside of the podcast, I've shot well more than 100 jump shots, but I don't play basketball anymore. You know what I mean? I'm saying something that I'm just proud of the consistency, bro.
I think I've been more consistent within it's been a short period. I say these last couple months, really just honing in and locking down what I really wanted to do, like with photography and emceeing. The way I started, it was fun, and then there was a point in time where it wasn't fun anymore, because I was, like I said, I got too caught up in the politics and the money not being there, and just dealing with shady people. I kind of fell out with why did I start doing both of these things? And then once I kind of got back into the love of everything, then it became consistent to where it doesn't matter. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm emceeing, I'm taking pictures. It doesn't matter if it's a paid gig, I'm doing my own creative shoots. So I would say the photography more, because emceeing is really more the DJs and what's going on. But photography, I can do my own shoots. So I would say the photography. I try to get if I'm not working with somebody, I try to at least get my own photo shoot in, just to keep the creative juices flowing. Yeah.
What do you think? I'm just freestyling right now. What do you think it takes to be consistent? or to develop consistency?
I think first you gotta love what you do, because when you love what you do, you don't even think about it. Like, and then sometimes you don't have to love what you do, but I think like for me with photography and emceeing, it's like I just like getting the reps in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not I gotta be consistent, I gotta take pictures, I gotta get on the mic. It's I enjoy it. So it's like I'm gonna pull up our cameras on Friday just to get in there real quick, just to stay consistent, or I'm gonna go do a shoot real quick just to get my skills up, because I enjoy both of those things. But now if it's something like
going to the gym or something,
I don't know, the gym, like I said, after I did that 8-day reset, I've been pretty consistent at the gym. With my diet and everything, and it's not, I guess you could add that to it too, because before it felt forced, but now it's just like a part of my daily regimen, like eating right and going to the gym. It almost feels weird not going to the gym now.
Nice.
Like, but usually I don't make it to the gym because I have a lot going on, because I try to get it in the morning, because in the afternoon, nighttime, that's when everybody goes. So
I was really I was really thinking about that just since the party. I was like, I don't know, and I'm only 36. I'll be 37 in November. I was thinking about like my jobs and the things I did before this. Like I taught preschool and I worked in childcare, and I did that for a lot of years. But that's like, I guess it's the same because this is also my job. But I don't know. I just felt really accomplished.
you should.
Leading up to this, like whether I don't ever. Ever thinking about like, oh, this is my 100th day being a preschool teacher, or this is my 100th time doing anything else. Like, I know I've said it a million times. I'm just really, really happy and really proud of the consistency.
Yeah, I mean, you enjoy what you do. You're good at what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You brought. I remember the first podcast I did, took pictures of you, but I remember specifically Mitchie Slick. That was a big one. And then just seeing like your previous co-host on here, and just, I mean, that's another reason why I like being on this podcast too, because like we talk about the representation, and it's not just, and it's a brand, and you care about your brand. You care about what you put out there to the masses. You just not out there to have us both looking crazy
at all.
At the end, because I think like some people, they just want to have something out there so they can get the popularity and be like, oh yeah, I got a podcast. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it looks crazy. So I definitely can tell, you care about what you do. And I think that's part of like the consistency. You really have to care what you do and what you put out, because anybody could go on here and put out a podcast or take pictures, put a new photo out every day, but if it looks like garbage, nobody's really gonna care.
Facts.
So I think that's part of it too, consistency and then quality.
And I just, a goal of mine since I've been a kid, really, I didn't know what that thing was gonna be, but a goal of mine has always been to like either build or create something that either lasts forever or leaves a mark that lasts forever.
That's deep.
Like how like Denzel, like the Temptations, My Girl. Like everybody's gonna always sing My Girl to the end of time. Or like Denzel's Training Day. Like Training Day is always gonna be watched. As long as there's a way to watch a movie, people are always gonna watch that movie. It's always been a goal of mine to create something that lasts forever. And maybe I don't know what that thing is gonna be yet. I would like for that thing to be this podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I go about it the way I do. Like I want to, when people look at this show, whether it's today or look at previous episodes, or they look at this show years from now, I want it to be something that like people look at like, yo, he really did his thing with that. Like the message was good, the production of it was good, and I like that show. I'm gonna keep watching it. You know what I mean? Like that's always the goal for me. Just build something quality that people want to watch again and again and again. Something that people want to consume again and again and again.
For me, I always wanted to have a big name, but I never knew how to really put myself out there.
Me too, bro.
Until I came to San Diego.
My bad.
Honestly. Yeah, like out of all the places I lived, I never like I wanted to do a lot of things. Well, no, let me say that. More on the entertainment side, just being out there on the mic, but I never knew how to do it because I wasn't a rapper. I didn't really know how to get on. Photography just kind of, that was just something I started because I was like, photography is a job I don't have to report to nobody. I don't have to work for nobody. I'm my own boss. Mm-hmm. And it started really just as a hobby. Mm-hmm. And then it turned into a business. Mm-hmm. And it turned into I'm actually pretty good at this. Mm-hmm. But being out here in San Diego and like doing both the MC and the photography, it's like, oh yeah, I want my name, which it will. Like I said, you gotta put it in the universe. Like at the end of the day, everybody gonna know who Ryan or Redd, or you gonna know both. You gonna know both sides because there's two sides. You got Ryan and you got Redd. Two sides of everybody. But like now doing what I'm doing and now doing the podcast, it's like y'all gonna know who I am. Y'all gonna know.
No, it's so funny. I relate to that. I remember in high school, I used to tell my girlfriend in high school, I was like, I'm gonna be famous one day. And she was like, famous for what? And I remember telling her, I don't know, but everybody's gonna know my name one day. And to that point, like I can't say like it's been something that like I necessarily like strived for. I mean, of course, with this podcast, like I want as many people as possible to see this podcast and to see me on this podcast and all of that. But yeah, man, I would always say that like everybody gonna know my name one day. And it wasn't until like maybe like a year ago when I thought about how often I used to say that. Like one of our clips went viral. One of my former co-hosts went viral. It went like 200,000, 300,000 views in just a couple days. And I was like, and I just thought about like, it's a lot of people looking at this right now. And I was like looking at like how many people are in San Diego and how many people aren't. And I just thought about like, a lot of people are seeing me and seeing the show right now. And then I thought about how often I used to say like, everybody's gonna see me, everybody's gonna know my name one day. And I was like, oh, well, this, broadcasting is probably going to be the thing that accomplished, I don't want to say it was a goal, but something that I said I would always do. Broadcasting is probably going to be the thing that checks that off.
That's lit.
Yeah, I love that.
I think too, like intuition will tell you like, there's some things that I just know. Some things like I go into kind of like blindly, like hopefully this works out. And then there's some things where I'm like, oh yeah, if I get this, it's popping. It's only popping. And I haven't been wrong yet. It's like if I take it here, I'm gonna get this, or it's gonna go this way. And it's always worked out.
What was the last thing you blindly went into and you made it shake? Cause I say, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I say more so on the photography side. I think I did an event that I really wasn't hyped about, and it wasn't nothing wrong with the event. I was just like, I'm just gonna get this check, go about my day. Me and these people, yeah, they booked me, but this is just business. And then I got in there, and it was a vibe, and I really showed out. Like I found too, I guess with that blindly, some of my best work, not the personal work that you see where I do myself, but like the events where I don't really want to be there, that's where a lot of my best work comes from. Seriously. And that's when all my pictures are hitting, like images are sharp. I don't have to go back and do all these crazy cleanup edits. It's like works, and I'm like, that's wild.
That's dope. I ain't gonna lie, we probably gonna hit a few of these topics, but the more I keep thinking about them, I don't care for too many of them, and I just freestyle a few things I'm just thinking right now. Cool. If you don't want to go there, then we'll pivot and go somewhere else. But you being a handsome guy and being a photographer that I hear that a lot of people see, like even at the party on Friday, there was people there that was like, that live out of town, that came in and was like, recognize you from parties and stuff. And they were women, with all due respect to your lady. But this is leading up to where, like, the question I wanted to ask right now. How do you balance, and is it difficult to balance being a very, like, visible guy that women want to approach, but also being in a committed relationship? Is it difficult to balance, and how do you balance it?
No, because I look back to when I first came to San Diego, I wasn't doing none of this. And a lot of people didn't see me, because I was just the guy that would show up to the party, show up to the club. Yeah, women would kind of look at me and have their attention, but it really wasn't like, It wasn't until I got on the mic or what I was like taking pictures. That's when everybody notices you. But then I also look at it like, if I was like in my early 20s or mid 20s, this would be a struggle from hell. I'd be like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. But like now, I don't really stun it, you know, because it's like I'm at that age in my life. It's like I'm not trying to do the player thing and have women running around left and right, because that's a lot of work, you know. So I don't really, like, when women see me, they're like, oh my gosh, you take pictures. I'm like, yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, you only see me because I'm that dude, like we talked about on the previous podcast. So it's like I don't get caught up in that, because, like I said on a previous podcast, where like when I did have that window where I was single, women would shoot their shot, and I'd be like, what's up with it? And then, you know, oh my gosh, you're so hot. And then you get them on the IG or the text message after that, like, what's up? And they'd be like, it'd be ghost, left me on red, or, oh no, I'm not. So it's like, I don't really get caught up on stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, and like I said, any industry that you're in where you're involved, you're talking to people, especially of the opposite sex, people are going to come at you. Mm-hmm. But like I said, at this age that I'm at now, I don't really stun it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have to balance anything, but I feel like I handle the mild attention that I get. I feel like I handle it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I handle it pretty well.
But it does. I will say, it's cool that people notice you for the work also. Like I said, when I was at the party and people was like, I ain't gonna lie, it feels good when people compliment my work, because that's what you want as an artist and as a creator. Because sometimes, like on IG, you make a post and everybody don't like it, or some people they don't share it, they don't know, so you're like, dang, don't nobody care. But then when people see you in the street, it's like, okay.
And see, I totally agree. But that's what's interesting about people knowing or recognizing me from the podcast, because they are recognizing and appreciating my work. But what comes with that is, like, I'm just sitting down. I mean, granted, like, I take a shower and put on a nice outfit when I come here, so I look nice when I'm here. But appreciating the work is appreciating what you heard me say. And so, what am I trying to say here? So, like, if you're like appreciate, if it's a woman and she appreciated what I said and she feel like, oh, he's an articulate guy, he got his head on straight, and I already find him attractive, and so now, like, coming up to me and, like, I don't want to say shooting a shot, but like having like a flirty engagement, it's kind of both. It's them being flirty, and it's also like them appreciating my work and then feeling like they know me a little bit because they get to hear me speak once a week, you know what I mean? So it's been interesting. I like it. I do like it. I do enjoy it, but it's been interesting. The one thing that I don't like about it is all of my interactions look the same. Like I smile a lot and I crack a lot of jokes, and kind of like what I just spoke about on the other podcast we just did. Like, I'm just a naturally charming guy. This is what people have told me. I'm just a naturally charming person. And so, if I'm just telling a girl where to follow me so she can get her picture, or if I'm talking to a girl because I want her number, her Instagram, it's gonna look the same. Unless you're standing right there and you can hear the conversation, it's gonna look the same. And so it's intentional, but also, like, the negative part of that is, if there is a girl that I got her number or I got her Instagram, and then now I'm talking to a girl and I'm just giving her my Instagram so she can get her pictures, the girl that I got her number, all she sees is an interaction that looked like her interaction.
Oh, that's fair.
And so it's like, oh, you just out here getting everybody's number, huh? And so it's like, but the I don't want to say my saving grace, but the thing that does make it a little bit easier is, like, once a woman has a chance to, like, speak to me and get to know me a little bit, she know that's not what I'm on. So
I think that's the thing too. What a lot of people don't know. I mean, I said I keep a small circle, but I think what some people don't understand about me is, outside, it's entertainment. It's me, but I'm totally different. Mm-hmm. I did Brunch and Beats at Louisiana Purchase like 2 Sundays ago. Some of my people pulled up, and outside of like the MC stuff, they say I'm very nonchalant, which I am. I'm very just like monotone. It is what it is. But then when I'm on that mic, I'm talking, vibing, jumping up and down. They was like, "Is you?" I'm like, yeah. Because I can't be turned up 24/7. That's too much work. But I'm also not sleepy and chill 24/7 either. And I think for some people, they don't expect it. Like if I'm turned up here, they think I'm turned up over here, or if I'm chill here, they think I'm chill over here. And it's kind of funny to watch people. They're like, "Why you not jumping up and down?" I'm like, "Cause it's a Sunday at 12 o'clock."
I can dig it. Switching gears a little bit, I found a kind of a different way I want to approach one of these topics here. It's going to be a little bit more fun, a little more engaging. So, are you familiar with Clifton Powell, the actor Clifton Powell? For those who don't know, he plays Pinky in Next Friday, Next Friday and Friday After Next. Clifton Powell. I'll put his picture in the video. So he did an interview recently saying where he wouldn't play a gay role, and got a few feelings about that. The way I wanted to attack this, we're not going to go at it that way. You have a few opinions about that. It is his preference. It is his career and what he wants to portray. It's his choice. I don't know if I fully agree with it, but I agree with him being able to have that choice. What I want to ask you is, being a photographer who's, being up and coming and getting booked more and more, is there a certain type of party or a certain type of event that you wouldn't cover or you wouldn't take pictures at, or that you wouldn't host?
And single in a relationship, I stay more out of the sexual in nature photo shoots. Like, if you want to do the, what is it, boudoir? Is that how they say it? Is it boudoir? If that's something that I get approached with, depending on the situation, I haven't, but I may do it, but I won't post it on my page. But I try to keep everything I kind of try to leave the sexual stuff, like if they're like butt naked and all that other stuff, I stay away from that. And that's just me. Especially like posting it, I would say that. But like, if it's just a party. Now, if there's anything like this racism and all this crazy like stuff involved, then no, I ain't going. But if it's just like a regular party, then yeah, I'll pull up. But I say anything that's hateful or just really explicit. Because like my brand, it goes back to depending. I want my brand to represent. I want my mama to be able to get on my page and be like, cool. Now, she might see some women on there that are kind of like sexy, seductive, which I'll do that, but like, I don't want my mama to see like just butt naked. I
guess that is a fair point that makes it different. Because like Clifton Powell can never do a role that people wouldn't see. And as photographers, we could go and cover a party or an event, and as long as we don't post it, it's not on our page and we're not going to be portrayed in a certain way. So I guess that's different. But to answer the question, I was going to say I wouldn't take pictures or like film at an atheist party, but I would. They don't believe in, I firmly believe in God. I'm a Christian, and they don't believe that there is a God at all. But I don't know if like being at the party would be like against my morals. Now, okay, so I could do that. I couldn't, like, if there was like a party where they're like worshiping the devil, I couldn't go there.
Yeah, you ain't
I couldn't do that.
Conjure up no spirits.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But like,
but I mean, like, if I know you an atheist, you like, hey, bro, I need to take these pictures. All right.
Yeah, as long as you're not worshiping the devil in there.
No, ain't nobody do all that.
But as far as like sexuality and stuff like that, like, as long as the money's gonna clear, I'm good to go. Like, I've covered a Pride event before here in San Diego and had a good time doing it, honestly.
Yeah, like, I ain't tripping. As long as it's not, like I said, because I feel like anything going back to it being sexual in nature, you really got to know who you working with, because it can go left, especially as a male photographer in this industry. True. I've heard so many horror stories on both sides. Guys being freaky and weird, and then women making false accusations on both sides. And like I said, I just want to stay clear from all of that. because I don't want nobody. Because I never would, but my fear is like, let's say I do one of these, and the girl shoots her shot, and I'm like, nah, I ain't interested. Now she done went off on a tangent, got me looking crazy. Because that actually happened to one of my homeboys, but he, actually I think he was messing with her. They talked, whatever. Anyway, was like, I'm cool, I don't want to do this, and then she just went and blasted him. But everybody like bad, but he has a good reputation, and he didn't do anything wrong. It was just she was in her feelings, but she tried to like really, and so stuff like that, I just try to stay out of.
I could dig it. That's messy. Ooh wee. Yeah, man. I had another place I want to go there, but I mean, it's gonna get me talking too much. Too,
like when you look at it, like when you have other businesses and people looking at your page, you like, what am I? It goes back to what are you attracting? Because I'm not saying if you like doing them boudoirs and all them sexy model shoots, I ain't hating, because a lot of people do it right, but it's like, that's
what I was gonna ask you. I was debating if I wanted to ask it or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. If a girl wanted you to film her OnlyFans content, she's not having sex, which is like her fully naked or just with a bra on or just with panties on, like it's pretty explicit content, but it's just her in the room. Would you film that content for her? I'm sure you'd have to check with your girl, but if your girl was cool with it,
I'd be like, shit, come on, we gonna go film it. I mean, I ain't tripping. I know what it look like.
I need a second shooter.
It look like. I ain't tripping, but there goes to again. I'm gonna CYA. I'm gonna make sure we not the only ones in there. We bring in the whole camera crew. We gonna bring her people, my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna make sure everything's straight in this business. Because once again, I need to make sure I'm straight, and they can't go back and say, "Oh, he did this." But then again, too, if I feel like that's your vibe, I'm not even gonna go there anyway. Because I'm like, if I feel like you kind of giving me weird vibes, I'm not even gonna go. But I mean, if that was the case.
I could dig it. Years ago, I was approached to do some OnlyFans content. She ended up being a weirdo. I think she just wanted to get it popping with me. But she actually really did OnlyFans, and she asked me like do her content. I remember I remember I posed. I was married at the time too, and I posed it to my ex. And I was like, at first it was already like the girl had already asked me to do it. But I proposed it to my ex. I was like, what if somebody wanted me to do that? And she was like, I mean, it's a job. If the money good, then the nigga go do your job. I was like, what? But yeah.
I'm expecting that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, but like, if it really happened, I wouldn't do it.
No, why not?
I just feel like I would leave that out. Just, it just depends.
I was about to say, like, with no real answer, it sounds like it's more of like a moral thing.
Yeah, I would say it's a moral. Just because I'd leave that alone.
I was about to say I would, but you know, I'm trying to do this Christian thing like in a real way. So I don't know if that would be like against like my Christian walk with the Lord and all that to film. I mean, based on what this content is going to be used for, I guess it would be like against. It's something I probably couldn't or shouldn't do.
What if they put your name up there? Shot by Michael Flix.
This is a Flix Media Network production.
Flix Media did that. Somebody gonna be like, did he shoot my son basketball game?
That's real.
It's a weird line, because somebody gonna be like, oh, hell no. It's gonna be some mama like, oh, hell no.
That's true. I was worried about that, even just putting like this content out. Like when I first started like putting the podcast content on the Michael Flix page. So I definitely couldn't have none of them parents, none of them filming OnlyFans. Like that same camera be at my baby's games.
Like, nasty ass. They probably don't even wipe that camera with your nasty ass.
The camera wouldn't need to be wiped. Oh God.
I just see somebody though. Look at his little fresh ass. That's how old head talk. Little fresh ass.
Little fast little
nasty ass little boy.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I couldn't do no OnlyFans content.
You know, it's crazy. I remember they tried to bring, what was it? They tried to bring that cooking experience where it's pretty much for women, and it was like super sexual in nature. It's like, who was it? Oh, yeah, man, tried to bring it. It was like one of those experiences where like the chefs, they cook for the women.
Oh,
they like drop the cherries and choke them and all this. Yeah, it was crazy. It got canceled because,
of course it did.
I don't know, you know, but I'm like, I'm like, and you get, so I wanted like for what, well, I guess they single, but I'm like, imagine you like chilling one day and you get on the internet, you see your girl getting fed cherries and choked at the same time by somebody in a chef outfit.
You wouldn't be my girl no more.
That'd be wild.
Wouldn't be my girl no more. Not gonna be able to do it. Uh-oh.
No, what's she? She do like.
Where we at? You wanted to talk about pet peeves. What you want to talk about pet peeves?
Just what's like, what's some things that people do just that annoy you? What would you say?
The biggest one, people who chew with their mouth open. That's big for me. But even like, I'm even so weird with it, like, I don't want to hear any noise that your mouth makes when you're eating. I don't want to hear none of that. But especially if you like, pet peeve, chewing with your mouth open. That's big for me. I don't want to be anywhere near anybody that chews with their mouth open. It makes me angry. It makes my skin crawl. It makes my stomach turn. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot be around anybody that chews with their mouth open, bro. I don't even like that sound you just made right now. I don't even like it. I can't do it. That's a big pet peeve for me. That's number one for sure. Another one is, I mean, you kind of slow walkers. Bro. And you were more so saying like the couples. For me, anybody. What? Like, bro, if we granted, like you not in a hurry, maybe it's just me in a hurry. And I'm not always in a hurry. I guess I'm just a fast walker. We could be at Petco to watch the game. We could be downtown going to the next event. I hate being behind. One of my sons is a very slow walker. Both of them actually, but one of my sons, my younger son, walks slow as hell. I hate being behind this nigga walking. Anybody that walks slow, I can't do it. It don't matter where Magic Mountain, the game, anywhere. I don't want to be behind nobody that walks slow.
And see, my thing, I think to sum that all up, my pet peeve is people with no situational awareness, or they just don't care.
That's good.
Like, it could be at the casino, it could be on the sidewalk. If you walk slow, if you got a handicap that maybe one hip don't work like the other hip, so you just slow. I'm not mad at that, but just have some type of situational awareness and kind of just scoot over and let me slide through. Or like another one, the crosswalk. I can't stand people who don't pay attention. Like, yes, you should stop for somebody so they can walk, but if you at the crosswalk, you need to look both ways for you. Your mama told you that in kindergarten. Look both ways before you cross the street, because I can't read minds. So if you standing there, but you on your phone, if I'm looking at you and you texting looking down, in my mind, they're not walking. Mm-hmm. But then you just wake up and you just sprint down the thing. Now I got to make a decision. Now I got the people behind me. I got to worry about you, and I got to worry about this. I think a lot of people, it's entitlement. People are so entitled. It's the crosswalk. Mm-hmm. I have the right of way, which you do, but they don't even give it a consideration to, well, let me look both ways before I cross the street. What if a car is coming, and by the time you decide to walk, they can't hit the brakes? So if they hit the brakes, now they got to worry about the people behind them. Mm-hmm. They might hit you. They might hit somebody else. So it's like entitlement. I think a lot of people are very entitled.
Ooh, you know what's another pet peeve of mine? Poor customer service.
Oh, I be ready, man.
No, nobody, and I feel like it's like, duh. We all want to be treated right when we out spending our money. But like some people just like, oh, they got bad customer service in here. No, it's a pet peeve of mine.
No, it's just because I look at it like this. If you don't like your job, quit. I'm not saying you got to be the best, because like I've worked in the food industry for a little bit, so I understand on both sides how it can be. But if I show up to the restaurant or to the mall or whatever, and I'm giving you nice, I'm not saying you got to be bubbly with me, but I'm like, oh, hey, and I understand you got a lot going on. Don't be rude with me. Mm-hmm. Just because you woke up late today, that ain't my fault. Mm-hmm. Like, I've actually had female waitresses get attitudes with me when, say, like, my significant other has paid for, like, say it's like,
they saying stuff like, why you got her paying?
Yeah, like roll her out, like, and it's like you gonna get the money or not, because first off, you don't know why she paying. Maybe
mind your business.
Maybe she wanted to go. Maybe my money was low and she like, I still want to go, and it's on me. Maybe it's my birthday.
Or maybe it's this just my girl and she like, baby, you always pay. Let me pay today. You don't know what's going on.
I remember this one.
Man,
girl,
I wish
like,
a girl would.
I remember this girl.
What? Man.
This heifer brought the check. And the girl I was with at the time, because she was celebrating me for something I did, grabbed the check, and the woman still sitting there said, shame. Bro, I was like...
That's foul, but that's funny.
I was like, bro, you don't want this tip, man, because this is... But I think that, too, like, stay out of people's business. But no, I think with the waitress and you know what I don't like with the waiters and waitresses, when they go to when they do pay, when you pay with the little
tap to pay
thing, don't hold the scanner up and wait for me to click the button with the tip.
Set it down.
Scan it down and walk off. Or like I'm telling somebody, you got to be careful when you go to these bars, because what happens is if you drunk and that little tip meter, they'll tip it to the 25% because you drunk, because I've seen this in real time. So you got to pay attention, be cognizant of when you out, because what they'll do, especially when you drunk, they'll put that tip over there to 25-30%, and then you wonder why the next day that one shot of tequila ran you up $40, $30. Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
Another pet peeve of mine, when I'm doing a transaction and I pay with cash, when they hand me back my money and touch my hand. I hate it, bruh. It don't matter where they working at. This could be the cleanest human being alive. If when they handling the money and they touch my hand, it makes my skin crawl, bro. I can't do it. And I'm not even a germaphobe like that. I'm not. But just, no, like, I'm gonna put my hand like this. Just put it in my hand. Don't touch me. Just put it in my hand. I know that sounds like real rude, but don't touch me.
I don't like when I hand somebody something and then they don't give it, hand it back, they put it on the table. Like, if you say, can I see your ID? And I give it to you, and then you put it on hand me my ID. Hand me my ID. Because, like, you know what's crazy? This was so annoying. This annoyed the hell out of me. And it was probably minor, but, like, so for my birthday, we went out. Yeah, it was like, buy some clothes, whatever. So, me not thinking about anything, I've been to Nordstrom before, but basically what happened was, I was getting the shirts and stuff, and the guy that worked there was like, oh, you want me to hold these for you? Me not thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. So she was upstairs, and she was like, hey, obviously, she paying for it, but she's like, hey, can you come upstairs? I'm not thinking nothing about it. So, I'm like, hey, bro, let me get the shirts. You ready to check out? No, I'm going upstairs. And he was like, why? I said, what you mean, why? I said, because I'm going upstairs. He said, what floor? And I'm like, you asking a lot of questions. So, me not thinking about it, I'm like, look, I'm going, blah, 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 blah. No lie. She'll tell you, get up to the floor. This fool followed me up so he could put in his code so he could get the commission. I was like, bruh, I know you need your little rankle ass commission, but you didn't have, I don't like being interrogated. I'm like, why you
call that man's commission rankling?
No, because why you interrogating me? Like, I'm like, what you think? I'm gonna run out with the shit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Run out with the clothes. Like, why are you, if I say, hey, bro, I'm gonna take the clothes upstairs. Why are you taking them upstairs? Why are you asking me if I'm taking them upstairs? What you think I'm gonna run out? Mm-hmm. And then I see we get up there, and then you right there. I'm like, is it that deep? I would much rather you just said, "Hey, bro, I'm trying to get committed."
Right. That's what I was about to say.
Tell him Paul sent you. All right, Paul.
That's what I was about to say.
But you following me up to the 3rd floor, bro? Because now I don't want to get you committed. I'm gonna say Geraldine helped me. Don't listen to Paul. I'm like, what's your name? It's Joker. Right.
Random. This is a random subject change. Another good way to get into this topic. Is there ever a situation where it would be okay to curse at your ex's parents? Keep in mind, you got a baby. You have a child with this ex.
Okay, well, I ain't got no kids, but
that's why I posed it the first way, because you don't have kids.
I don't think I would ever cuss out any of my ex's parents. However, if the situation was they came at me sideways and it was like on some just real disrespectful, like say, I mean, I don't have no smoke with any of my ex's parents, but like let's just say I seen them at the mall or something and they just came at me real sideways and very disrespectful, and it was like to the point, okay, the gloves are off, but I feel like it'd be a respect thing. But I felt disrespected enough to the point where it was like, you know what, I'm gonna say what I need to say, and whatever come with that. Because I do feel like, especially like parents or just adults, people that are older than you, like, and I'm not talking about like 10 years, like I'm 33, so like somebody in their 40s, I'm not even talking about people in their mid-50s, early 60s, 70s, they feel like respect your elders.
I see where you're going.
But at the same time, you gotta respect me.
Yeah.
You talk to me crazy, I'm grown now. You talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk to you crazy.
Right.
And they say, like, I know they say, like, you shorten your days. Well, I guess my days just gonna shorten, but you not finna disrespect me. Yeah. As long as we keep it peaceful and respectful, I'm gonna be respectful.
And I kind of feel the way I kind of served up this topic, I kind of feel bad because he was provoked, but I still think it was out of pocket. So P.J. Washington, NBA player, plays for the Dallas Mavericks. He's got has a son, I believe, with Britney Renner. And he came with his wife to come pick up his son. And, you know, she's giving her son, Britney is giving the kid to P.J. And the baby starts crying, like a lot. The kid starts crying a lot. And Britney's mom is filming it. And she's like, oh, we're going to be filming this every time because this is 3 times in a row he's supposed to go with you and he doesn't want to go, and he cries when it's time to go with you. And they're following him out to the car and like filming the whole thing. And then Britney Renner's mom goes, you don't pay for anything. There's a lot of curse words. I'm paraphrasing because I don't want to curse. You don't pay for anything. And he's like, well, you don't pay for anything. And then the mom goes, $120,000 to your hoe, but only $11,000 in your son's bank account, right?
That little boy got $11,000.
I thought the same thing. And this is the only part where I felt like PJ did too much, because then he says to the mom, like, man, S my D. And then she goes, what? Say it again. He was like, you heard me? S my D. And I was like, this is still, I mean, she did disrespect his wife. Called his wife a hoe. She shouldn't have done that. I don't want to say something should happen to her, but if somebody says something crazy back to her after she says something crazy, then that's okay. I just don't think that is what he should have said. Like, this is your son's grandmother that you're speaking to this way in front of him, in front of the kid, mind you. I just didn't like it. Again, I don't like the way they were treating him. They were out of pocket. They were wrong. But I don't think he needed to get out of pocket to reply to them being out of pocket. I don't think he should ever be. Maybe I feel this way because it was an older black woman as well. Oh no, is Britney Renner's mom black? I don't know. I believe her mom is black. Anyway, however it goes, I don't think he should be speaking to his son's grandmother that way.
I feel like I didn't see it, so I'm just going off what you tell me.
Right.
I feel like maybe he shouldn't have said that, but if he decided to cuss her out, because it's like, look, you filming me, you put it on the internet, you disrespecting my wife. Now we as the outsiders, we don't know the relationship. We don't know why the little boy crying. I don't know his relationship with the mama, but I'm like, if we grown, why are you putting this on film for the world to see, and then you disrespect my wife?
I agree.
Now, if this is my wife, I'm gonna say what I need to say because since you want to take it there, I'm gonna take it. That's just how I feel because, like I said, you already recorded me, disrespecting my wife. You putting how much money? Like, if you that grown, she should have been the adult. She shouldn't have been filming, and she should have. And if the little boy right there, why is you calling? Even though that's not his mama, why you disrespect this man's wife, and why you putting money into it? And then you know what I mean, like. Because, and maybe that was just enraged, but then too, like the way I look at it too, we don't know how they are behind the scenes. She might be the wicked witch from hell, like the mama might be. So like, and he might have just been fed up, or I don't know, he might just have a breaking point. But I feel like
That's fair to say. Speaking to the breaking point, my whole thing in in situations like this, I always want to speak to the men. Like I'm gonna let the mature women speak to the Britney Renners of the world that behaved the way she behaved in that situation. As a man, I'm gonna speak to what I feel like the man should have done, and I feel like he did everything perfect until he started talking to her, because they was filming, they going crazy, and he wasn't saying nothing. He just grabbed his son, took his son to the car, was waiting for him to put the bag in the car. And again, I'm sure he was triggered by hearing his wife be disrespected. And I wouldn't even be mad if he spoke up like, "Hey, bro, you better quit talking about my wife. Like, say what you want to say, but don't mention my wife. Don't talk about my wife." I'm cool with that. Stand up for your wife. But again, telling this grown woman and your son's grandmother, that's my D. I didn't like that at all.
Maybe he shouldn't have said. I wouldn't have said.
I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all.
Said some more flavorful words. I wouldn't have said that. I mean, that's. But
you are like, when you got children, you always got to be thinking about what you're showing your children, whether they're present or not. Like, even if there's no camera rolling, even if it never makes it to the internet. I mean, I don't speak that way, period. But I would, in my most heated moment, I would never want anybody, my wife, my ex-wife, her mom, a neighbor, anybody to ever be able to go back and tell my son, "Your dad said S my D to your mom's mom." Like, what? Like, nah, bro. Nah.
I don't have kids, so
he did everything right up until then.
How's the little boy?
I believe he's 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, it's already out there on the internet, so when he get older, it's still gonna be there. I feel like this, maybe because the way I was raised, my dad was very, different ages, different things, but my dad always kept it real, and he always broke things down. And I think with kids, even though I don't have kids, and it depends, I feel like you just have to be real. You have to explain it. Like, look, this is what it is. I said what I said, but this is what, it wasn't right, but I said what I said, and this is why I said it. Or maybe not, but I feel like it's a conversation. Maybe not, obviously not for a 3-year-old.
But even, I was assuming you meant like when they come of age. Like, I wouldn't even want to say that to my kids. And again, I know you don't have children, so maybe You're looking at it a little differently. But I wouldn't even want to say that to my kids. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have said it, but I was just in the moment, son. Because in my I got 2 sons, and they black. I can't have my sons getting older feel like with the understanding that I can lose my temper and say something, and then later on be like, I shouldn't have said it, but I was just upset. Like, nah, like that's not the message that we want to send. Like, no. Like, everyone gets triggered, and we all lose our temper from time to time. And so maybe that's what you say as the dad. Like, but I wouldn't say like, this is what I said, but like, I shouldn't have said that. Like, they was talking about like, they was talking about your stepmom this way. I've been doing everything right. I was triggered. I said what I shouldn't have said that. They pushed me to a certain point, and I went over the line. Like, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like that at all. And again, Britney is the one Britney and her mom are the ones that are more wrong in this scenario. They shouldn't be pulling the phones out and filming him and calling his wife all out her name and doing all of this in front of the kid, because we should be trying to protect the kid in this moment. They were the ones that were wrong. But as a man, you got to have the wherewithal and the restraint to not respond with the same fire that they're giving you. I didn't like that at all. Like, that's her mama, and that's and I've said it a million times, but that's her mom, and that's your son's grandmother, bro. Like, nah. That's not the way to go about that. Britney didn't go about things right either, and I feel like I've said that, but I just, when this comes out, I don't want people to be like, well, like, he jumping on PJ and he did it. Like, I'm just, and again, I speak to what I feel like men can do better. I'm gonna let the mature women speak to the Britney Renners of the world, and I feel like I'm a mature man, and I'll speak to the PJ Washingtons of the world.
I'm gonna say this though, to save all of that though, be careful who you have a child with, because
Big facts.
It's not just the woman.
Big facts.
You gotta look at the mammy. You gotta look at her family, because if they crazy and intrusive and just out there, now you ain't dealing with just the child. You got to deal with all of them, and it's let's just say I know somebody that's kind of dealing with that crazy in-laws. I'll put it to you like that way. So you got to be careful who you lay down with, because you think it's just you just dealing with the woman or the man, because it could be the other way. The man's family could be crazy. And I think people don't think about that. See, I don't know. I just think the way sometimes my brain works, I don't think about just what's in front of me. I think of everything else.
You have to.
Because I've seen to where...
Especially with a partner.
Because sometimes it's not the person you're with. It's the bitter-ass parents that you got to deal with. The bitter-ass mama or the bitter-ass father, who they don't like what y'all got because they never could have that, and now they over here trying to destroy, which is psychotic to me. You would destroy your child's happiness because your lonely ass didn't have no happiness. So now you about to drop a bomb in this relationship. I'm like, that's crazy.
Crazy as hell.
But you got to be careful though who you lay down with, because you taking on in-laws, cousins, grandma them, because sometimes grandma's crazy.
You married a family. You don't just marry the person, you marry the family.
And people, I don't think people always think about that. People, that's something you have to think about, because now I got to go spend Christmas with these people, and I don't like them, and then they got this.
Like, when I got married, I never thought that I would ever get divorced. That's what part of the reason why I was so depressed. I never in a million years thought I would get divorced. But I'm saying that to say, like, I never thought about, and never envisioning or even thinking about getting a divorce, I never thought about how my ex may behave in a divorce, but I just knew her character. And so when we did get divorced, I never one time worried about any drama or any like co-parenting issues with dropping off, and like, she knows like I've been dating, and like, you know, like we've had no issues at all. And when I look at, you know, the Britney Renner situation, even some of my friends or people that I know that go through, like, I can't say messy divorces, but just like messy breakups with kids involved, and the co-parenting situation is bad. It's like I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No,
and it's something that I knew I would never deal with because of the intention that I put into choosing who I married and who I had my kids with.
But that's good, because like I said, I've seen it on both sides, on the men and women. Like, woman's side where the ex-husband, baby daddy, he crazy. She just trying to be free. And then the vice versa. You know, the man is trying to be free, and then the crazy ass ex-wife, crazy ass baby mama. So yeah, I think to sum all that up, you got to be careful who you lay down with, who you marry. But then too, I guess, sometimes you don't know. Everything's cool till y'all fall out, and you thought, okay, we finna split, we gonna be cool, and then all of a sudden, who the hell is this? Now all of a sudden somebody show up, and now you got the candy man at your front door because you know, like,
that does happen too. That does happen.
I know people that have been married and went through some crazy divorces, and like the kids have been used as
pawns.
Like, and it's so crazy because, once again, I don't have kids, but like, think about it, like, you're putting all this stress and anxiety on the kids, one that didn't ask to be here. Y'all created them, and now you're putting them at a push and pull. Like, I've seen it where the guy, okay, we'll say it on one side, the guy's perspective, right? Great father, doing everything he can, but then the bitter wife or bitter ex, baby mom, whatever, he ain't worth nothing. This, and this, and then she fills the child head up, so now the child ends up hating his father. Now, on the other side, with the mom, I don't know, I haven't seen that, because you don't really see a lot of where the dad gets full custody, and then the mom gets bashed. Oh, you got full? Oh, well there you go. But your situation, y'all.
I was about to say I got no drama though.
But y'all good though.
Yeah, we 100% good.
But I think it's to that point. It's a lot. Because I think too in that moment, people don't realize that the anxiety and the stress and the trauma that you're putting on these kids, that's going to later affect them later down the line. It's going to affect their dating. It's going to affect, how they care for their kids. It's going to affect, and I think for a lot of people, it's just like a never-ending cycle. Because you talk to some people, well, my parents did it. And then you talk to them parents, well, their parents did it. So then it just never breaks. So it's like, when does the cycle end? And then finally, somebody shows up, like a Denzel shows up, and he saves the day, and everybody's like, oh,
That's what I mean. You gotta try to create good cycles. Like the way I approach dating and the way I am in a relationship is a direct reflection of what I saw in my house. Like my parents just celebrated 40 years today, or this year, not today. A couple months back. They went to Greece. They did it big.
Damn.
They've been together 40 years. So you can imagine all of and have raised, like, I'm in the middle. My younger brother is the same age as you. He's 33. So their youngest child is 33. So you can imagine 40 years of marriage, 3 kids, bills, everything that comes into being married for 40 years. There had to be some arguments. There had to be some debates. There has to be some nights where we not speaking tonight. To this day, my brothers and I have never seen my parents argue.
That's kind of how my parents were.
Not one time. Like, they've had little things where it's like, hey, babe, didn't I just put that right there? My mom be like, oh, I moved it. My dad was like, well, why'd you move that? And she'd be like, well, because I needed it out the way. Like, stuff like that. But I've never seen my parents have, like, a back and forth where it's, like, nothing even close. You know what I mean? And I'm the same way in relationships now. Like, I'm not trying to beef and argue like that. And if we do have to argue, let's get to it and get past it. You know what I mean? Like, peace. I like what we spoke to a little bit earlier, like peace and stability and tranquility in the house. Like, that's how I'm giving it up, and because that's what I come from. That's how my parents did it. You know what I mean?
That's how my parents were. I mean, my dad passed when I was 15, but like up to that, my parents never saw him argue. It was always peace. My mom was more the disciplinarian. My dad was the chill one, but my dad was also, when he got mad, you knew what time it was. So you didn't push the buttons. You, like, if he yelled, oh, let me get right. Mom, she yelled all the time. She's like, I'm going to get a whooping anyway. Might as well do it. You going to whoop me anyway. But, like, yeah, they never argued. And, like, to this day, like, my dad's been passed for over a decade, and my mom, she hasn't dated or nothing. She said, I found the man of my dreams, and that was it. Like, she good. She love her kids. She got my sister. My sister has 2 kids, so she got her grandkids, and my mom she's like, I'm good, which is rare, because most people, once they in the ground, they're like, where the party at? They give it a couple years, maybe a couple months, depending on how good the relationship was. But yeah, she don't.
I think that goes to the man that your dad was. Because it just makes me think about Lauren London. How she was like, I don't know if she's like, what Nipsey showed me, like the image of a man that I got to experience with him. She was like, I'm quite sure I'm not going to find that anywhere else. So I'm cool. She was like, I'm not interested in dating. Like, that version of love that I experienced, I'm not going to be able to recreate that.
And I think for a lot of us,
that's amazing.
I think for a lot
and
of
sad
us,
at the same time,
that we haven't experienced that. So to us, it doesn't make sense. We're like, I know you get a little lonely. You trying to, have you some fun, but I think you really find that person, your other half, then I guess you just gonna be single.
I could imagine that's how my parents would be.
Yeah,
I don't even want to think about and talk about that.
Yeah, I was like, you gonna be riding in the car like, Mama.
I think we did it, bro. Let me see if there's anything else on here I wanted wanted to tackle or talk about? Oh, the Canelo Crawford fight is this weekend, Saturday. The day after this podcast comes out, the Canelo Crawford fight comes on. Who you got winning?
I'm gonna say Canelo.
You got Canelo?
I'm just gonna say Canelo because you never know. He been. Yeah.
I could dig it. I got Crawford. This is only the second time in Canelo's career that I'm not rooting for him. The only other time was when he fought Floyd, and I never rooted against Floyd. But yeah, I'm a big Canelo fan, big Crawford fan. This is a fight that everybody knew was gonna happen for a long time. I got Crawford, man. I think he's a man on a mission. I think he's gonna prove that he's the top dog in the sport right now. I do. Canelo is that defense and that speed and that power is impressive and it's amazing. But I think Crawford is a man on a mission right now. I do. Coming up that much weight and being down to do it, and just like the skill, the way he fights, how aggressive he is, mixed with his defense. I got Crawford, man. I think he's on a mission. I got Crawford. And it was honestly, before he beat up Earl Spence, I probably would have had Canelo. But after that performance, I'm like, yeah, Crawford is that nigga, man. He gonna take everybody out. So yeah, that's my prediction, man. That was the only other thing I wanted to tackle before we got out of here, man. I think we're good to go. 100 episodes, man. 100 episodes, man. I want to say I appreciate everybody that's been rocking, no matter if you came in at episode 99 or you've been rocking since the very first episode. I appreciate it, man. It's been a few different iterations of this show. I started with Sarah B. She moved out of town. It's turned into an interview show. I didn't want to do interviews no more. I brought in two friends, and one is on house arrest right now. The other one quit. Now I got my guy Redd in here.
Lord.
Yeah, DJ on house arrest. The taller one. Yeah, he on house arrest. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's been a few different iterations of the show, man. So everybody that's been rocking, like I said, whether you're from episode 99 or episode 1, man, I appreciate the love and support. Anybody that's ever shared a clip, that's ever reposted anything, that's ever told anybody about the show, anybody that's ever given me a discount on anything because they're a fan of the show, or ever let me in somewhere for free or hooked it up in any way because you're a fan of the show, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. I don't do it for perks like that. I do it to leave, like I mentioned earlier, create something that leaves a lasting mark. And so when people, whether they reshare or hook me up or just mention the show, it makes me feel like that I'm going towards my goal. So thank you, and I very much appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 100. I'm Michael Flix.
I'm Redd, your auntie's favorite nephew. Gonna put that on a t-shirt. I swear for Lord, I'm gonna do it.
Gotta do it, and I'm gonna buy one too. Till next time, man. Take care. We out.
Yeah.